everybody.
Hey.
I'm Laurie.
And I'm Gary.
And we are
Laurie and Gary Cruise.
Welcome back to our channel. We've been away for a little while on the Odyssey of the Seas cruise. Hope you enjoyed those videos.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're back.
We're back. And while we do have a cruise coming up in April, Norwegian Prima to Bermuda.
Can't wait for that.
We also have a big family cruise coming up in May to
Alaska.
So we thought we would bring you guys packing with us in this packing guide. So come join us. Come and cruise with us. Come and cruise with us. Come and cruise with us, and you won't regret it. All right, so even though our cruise isn't until May, and we have a cruise before then too, we already started doing our research on what to pack. Now, Gary's been there before many times.
About, 4 months I was an entertainer on board NCL Sun. And from May until the end of September, which is the season for Alaska. So I know what to pack, what not to pack, and it's very different from May to June, July, August, September. It's very different. So
we're about to get into it. And also, you're going to want to stick around until the end because we have a pro tip for you. Yeah. And then also some more things not to pack, meaning things you think you might have to pack, but you shouldn't pack.
Yeah. Must pro tip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you say we get into it, right?
Let's go, babe.
Let's do it. Layering, clothing layering.
Yeah.
Layering is key.
Now, we're going in May, and so it's going to be chilly. It's not like it's going to be, July and August and September. But this is going to be chilly.
But even if you go in July and August, the weather can be very temperate. It could be sunny and warm at one point and then get cooler throughout the day, or depending on where you go, what excursions you take. Like if you're standing on a glacier, it can be really cold, right, baby?
Yeah, it rains a lot. I mean, we'll get into all that stuff, but yeah.
So we recommend you bring layers.
Yeah.
Thermal tops, leggings. Leggings can go under jeans and keep you extra warm. If you're outside in just jeans for hours at a time and it's cold outside, your legs will get numb and frozen.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
And also, long underwear is always a great thing to bring.
I did. I had long underwear, as a matter of fact, and it came in handy. Really did.
But again, if you don't want to pay extra for long underwear, say you're from Florida or something, leggings will do. Leggings do the job, right, Ben?
I had to buy long underwear when I was in Alaska because it was colder than I was anticipating.
And you're going to want to pack things like puffer or thermal jackets to keep you nice and warm. The good thing about puffer jackets, especially Uniqlo, is they fold up so nice and tight, so they won't take up too much real estate in your suitcase.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, sweatshirts, because even if you don't have room in your suitcase for a winter coat, layering up in sweatshirts will also do the job.
Yeah. Also, a rain jacket and a windbreaker is a must because, well, let's face it, it rains a lot in Alaska. I mean, all the time I was there, it rained, well, almost every week. So, and you want to get off the boat. So you gotta bring that.
And it gets windy, so hence the windbreaker.
Yes. Okay, now let's talk about footwear. You're going to need hiking boots. That's another thing that I didn't pack that I had to buy in Alaska because we walked and walked and walked and walked and we climbed and we climbed and we hiked and sneakers didn't do the job. So you have to have that.
And the good thing about hiking boots is a lot of them are waterproof, so you can step in puddles and not have to worry about having soaked feet for the rest of the day.
Yeah, you get wet feet, you're in trouble.
If you're not planning on doing a nature walk or going too far from the port, make sure you have a nice pair of comfortable sneakers because there's still loads of places to walk around each port, right?
Sneakers is a must. Those little towns, Ketchikan, Skagway, all those little towns is perfect for sneakers. You're going to want to have them. You can't wear, obviously you can't wear dress shoes. So sneakers, going to have sneakers.
And also, warm socks is a great idea to bring. Those,
thick.
yeah, not the little weak cotton socks, but like those thick wool socks. That'll keep those toes warm throughout the day.
Yep.
Next up is something you might want to omit for an Alaska cruise, but you should still bring it. It is a swimsuit.
Yeah.
Almost every cruise ship that sails through Alaska has indoor pools or outdoor hot tubs.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I'm looking forward to is sitting in the hot tub and looking at glaciers.
Yes.
I mean, that sounds so
Gorgeous.
amazing.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
So definitely don't leave the swimsuit at home just because this is a colder climate cruise.
And there are going to be days when it's actually hot. So there you go. Also, gloves, scarf, and hat. It gets windy there. You're going to need something around your neck. So...
yeah, and especially look at my hair. I'm definitely going to want a hat to keep this from getting all knotted and tangled up.
And it gets knotted and tangled, I'll tell you that.
And gloves, especially if you're in an area where there might be snow. Right?
Warm gloves, a must.
Yeah, you don't want those little mittens getting cold.
Yeah, it can snow in May, and it has. And so you're going to need it.
Which brings us to our next thing. And this is just something I happen to have on hand, which is hand warmers and foot warmers, which are these little packets. And when you open the packet up, it keeps your hands or feet warm for a few hours.
Especially the fingertips and the toes.
It's like holding a hot cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And I love it. And you can get them at any like CVS or...
Comes in handy. Comes in handy.
In so much handy.
Yeah.
And then also sunglasses.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the glare in Alaska, especially off of the white, is a lot for the eyeballs.
The sun never goes straight up. It's always at an angle. And when you look, it's just like, it's blinding. You will definitely need sunglasses, a good pair of sunglasses.
Mm-hmm. What to wear on board. Now, you guys know me. I say bring all your evening gowns for dinner. But in our research, we have been told, and Gary can't really back this up because when he worked in Alaska, it was a different time. It was when cruise ships were overall more upscale, more formal.
It was back in the 90s, so.
But we have been told that Alaska cruises are a little more casual in outerwear than your regular cruise. This is just what we found out in our research. Don't shoot the messenger. Also, have you been on an Alaska cruise and do you agree with us? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
But basically, we heard that you should bring more casual wear, a lot more casual wear than you normally would.
Yeah.
You know, comfortable sweatpants, comfortable sweaters, things like that. Nothing too schmancy fancy. I think another reason you shouldn't bring anything too fancy schmancy, although I'm just going to bring an extra suitcase if you ask me. But the reason is, in your luggage, you're going to have your sweatshirts and your coats. You're not going to have as much room for big dresses and gowns.
She packs 100 tons of stuff. You should see the way she packs.
It's my thing. It's my niche.
It's her thing.
It's my niche.
Actually, the last time I was there was 2006, so take away the 90s. 2006, the last time I was there.
Yeah, you're not that old, Gary.
Yeah. Now, since this is Alaska, you're gonna want to bring accessories like binoculars, because the scenery it's incredible. You're gonna see bears, you're gonna see whales, you're gonna see bald eagles. You're gonna want to need a pair of binoculars.
And also, don't forget, if you see a whale and you don't get that bad boy on camera,
you're
gonna regret it.
You gotta have your camera ready 24/7 because you're gonna see something that's phenomenal.
If there was ever a cruise to bring all of your camera equipment on, it would be this cruise.
This one.
And actually, I have some Amazon links to some of my favorite camera equipment, which I'm going to post in the description below.
Yes.
We will get a small commission if you make a purchase from us, but it only goes back to helping us make more content for you. So if you need a better camera, some better video equipment, check out our links in the description below.
Yes.
But definitely a good video camera, even if it's just if you have an old phone, make sure you have someone with a newer phone with a newer camera.
Yes.
Or I have a Sony ZF-1V or whatever it's called.
ZW-Y28.
I also recommend the Canon M50 with some good lenses.
I just use my phone. That's all I use. But she goes pro.
I go pro. So definitely think about what sort of equipment you're going to want to use to capture these magical nature moments.
And they're going to be magical. They really are. This is a bucket list thing. Alaska. You're going to want to bring everything we're talking about. Seriously.
Also, a reusable water bottle, because a lot of these excursions are hours and hours long. You're going to be, out away from maybe even purchasing water for hours at a time.
When I went on the train excursion, we were gone for like 5 or 6 hours. We were on that train. And those who had water bottles were great. Those who didn't have water bottles were like, can I have a sip? Can I have a sip? Bring a water bottle.
Yeah. And rounding up must-have accessories, we suggest a backpack, because do you really want to be walking around with your purse on a glacier? Hold on, let me step over this ice with my purse.
Yeah.
No, come on, bring a backpack.
On a rainy day, come on,
Also,
backpack.
Ziploc bags.
Ziploc bags is a must. You gotta have a Ziploc bag. Bring a bunch.
That way you can, one, bring snacks with you that you can put in your backpack.
Yeah.
But two, if there's anything that you're nervous about getting wet, you can put it in a Ziploc bag. It'll prevent it from getting wet.
Yes.
Especially if you go on like a whale watching tour or something, water could get into the boat. You could get splashed.
I'll tell you firsthand, water gets into the boat if you go on a whale watching excursion. So you're going to want to, you have to bring Ziploc bags. And they're cheap, inexpensive, so both.
Protect your stuff.
Protect your stuff.
Now that you got your backpack and your Ziploc bags, you can put, for rain and wet weather, your phone pouch. You're definitely going to want a waterproof pouch for your phone.
Yeah.
Because God forbid your phone gets wet in freaking Alaska. I don't think there's like an Apple store on every other block in Alaska.
Not in Alaska.
So you might be a little bit in trouble. And also in your backpack, add a little towel just in case you get wet.
A quick, dry travel towel. Oh, I'm glad I got that. Quick, dry travel towel.
Wipe yourself off.
Said it.
Dry yourself off. All right.
Moving on.
A little extra thing you can bring is for early morning excursions, you might want to have a flashlight with you. Now, some of you got the flashlights in your phones, which is great, but you might want an extra one, especially if you don't want to take up all the battery in your phone.
It uses a lot of battery.
Now, I'm not talking about one of those big flashlights. I'm talking about one of the
one of those teeny things that you
Yeah,
we have several here actually.
Especially if you like to wake up early and someone else in your travel party doesn't. Little flashlight.
You referring to me?
Yeah, I'm referring to you.
Oh, okay. Here's something that you may not think of because it's Alaska, but you will need sunscreen and you will need lip balm.
Oh, yeah.
Essential. Truly essential.
You could get burned, and also
like that.
These poor babies can dry out.
Especially hers. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Her lips are
Stop lip shaming me.
Lip shaming me.
So yeah, make sure you pack that sunscreen and lip balm, specifically sunscreen for your face.
For your face.
For your face. Now we're copying Tony.
No. He'd admire it. He'd admire it.
Tony, sorry.
We're copying Tony. Sorry, Tony.
Lalita Loca. You guys, check out Lalita Loca's channel.
Check out Lalita Loca, man.
Also, wait. Why are we pushing him? We haven't pushed ourselves.
Yeah, we gotta push ourselves. What are we doing?
We're gonna ask you guys to please hit the
like and subscribe button
with the
notification bell.
It really supports our channel. Our goal is to one day have as many followers as Tony.
Yeah.
We're catching up to him We're almost at 2,000.
Yeah,
I think he's at 200,000.
He's at hundreds of thousands. So is Ben and Dave. I mean, those guys are off the charts, and good for them. Really, we love them. Love them.
But you know what?
Don, all those guys.
We like our followers better.
We do. We like our followers.
We love you guys.
We really, really, honestly do. Sincerely. Okay, enough of that. Moving on. A pro tip. When I was there, it doesn't get dark until around 10:30, 11 o'clock, sometimes midnight, depending on what month it is. So if you go to bed around 10 o'clock, it's still going to be light.
Now, if you've been watching us, you know that those blackout curtains don't do their job.
Good job.
The blackout curtains don't be a blacking out, except...
That's why I wear an eye mask at night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So bring an eye mask. That is the pro tip.
Yes.
You...
Eye mask.
Yeah. Or you might have some serious issues.
Yeah, you might have some serious sleeping issues.
Now, as promised, we have a list of things not to pack. Now, I know this random.
Yeah.
But there were a bunch of things that we always pack that all of a sudden when we were researching all this, we were like, oh, okay, that makes sense. We shouldn't pack this.
Yeah. I mean, your suitcase is going to be full anyway. You don't want to pack these following things.
Now, I'll do number one because I'm going to go against this rule, but you guys should learn from me.
What's number one?
Don't pack too many dressy outfits. You won't need them.
Yeah. And she loves to pack dressy outfits, but seriously, you will not need them. Not in Alaska.
I'm going to need them.
No, I'm not going to need them.
I'm going to do number two also. High heels. The decks can be slippery on an Alaskan cruise, especially because it's cold, so everything is dry. So you're not really going to want to walk around in high heels.
Yeah.
So make sure you bring nice flats especially for a formal night or dress your best night, which is what's going to be on our celebrity cruise.
I've seen people slip and fall in Alaska on those decks because it's slippery and,
So leave
flats.
Leave the high heels at home.
Yeah.
I'm still going to bring them there.
Okay. Number 3, overpacking bulky items. Try to avoid that.
Yeah, like we know we said bring puffer coats, but make sure you purchase the puffer coat that can really fold up nice and neat.
But the puffer coats we have, you can squish into a little bitty ball and they're so lightweight. But avoid overpacking these bulky items.
Also, sweatshirts, don't bring too many. You don't need a new one for every day, as long as you layer up so that the actual sweatshirt is not, making contact with the pits.
I just bring one. That's all. I bring one that says Alaska on it. That's it. What are you
I bring
do?
5, but
That's her.
Just bring 1 or 2 sweatshirts. So if one gets dirty, you'll have the other one to wear.
There you go.
Number 4, hair dryer.
Yeah.
The ship always has a hair dryer.
Always.
Now, I know what some of you ladies are going to say, but the ship hair dryers suck. Yes, you've been heard. I hear you. But here's the thing. Because you do have to pack some heavier clothes, saving some luggage real estate by not packing a hair dryer will be super useful.
Yeah.
You don't have to wash your hair as much in Alaska. It's way more rugged. Your hair's going to get really messy quickly. Just let it go.
It takes me five seconds to dry my hair. It takes her about a half an hour.
Well, with those, self-admittingly, with those on-ship hair dryers, it takes longer.
Takes a bit longer.
It's just a week, or I don't know how long your Alaska cruise is, but ours is just a week.
Yeah.
I can suffer through a week hair dryer.
I think you can do that.
Exactly.
I think you can suffer through that, yeah.
And finally, our last pro tip is...
Number 5.
You don't need to bring an umbrella.
Right.
Now, it might rain, but we highly recommend a poncho instead because it can get very windy. And you might ruin your umbrella. Also, a lot of ships do provide umbrellas as well.
Yeah.
But we recommend making sure you bring a poncho instead of a heavy umbrella.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, I was getting into it.
Finally. Do you disagree with anything we're telling you?
Or do you agree?
Yeah. Do you have any extra advice for us? Because again, he hasn't been there since the 90s. Okay, 2006.
2006?
That's almost 20 years though.
That's a long, oh my God.
And this is going to be my first time. So if you have any added suggestions, let us know in the comments below. Once again, we're reminding you to hit the like and subscribe button with the
notification bell.
And until the next time, we want you to live your best cruise life. Bye.
Bye, guys.